From imposing corporate headquarters to renowned jazz club to boutique hotel, the London Guarantee Building has guarded the entrance to Chicago's Loop District for 95 years. Constructed in 1921 on the site of Fort Dearborn, the building is a prime example of neoclassical influence in Chicago context. 4 Corinthian order columns and thick Greek entablature frame the front entrance of the building. Ceres, the Roman god of grain, and Neptune, the god of the sea, stand guard atop either corner of the entrance. 18 floors up, a cupola resembling the choragic monument of Lysicrates looks out over the Chicago River, symbolizing individual wealth and achievement. To find out more about why they might lie there, I met up with Northwestern professor John Wind.
Later in Roman history, the idea of Neptune standing over a globe with his trident means sea power, both merchant power and naval power. So I would think by putting that on a building in Chicago, you are asserting Chicago's power over the Great Lakes and America's power over the seas in general. So Ceres is the god of the harvest and grain and the earth. So she was also very important in the state cult, of course. In fact, she had a week-long festival in April, the Cereal Games. We know that stuff tends to stay up. We know this because there are buildings that are thousands of years old that are built in that style. More interestingly, maybe, of course, it connotes continuity. So by putting up that style of architecture, you are very consciously and very accessibly putting yourself culturally in a long tradition that stretches all the way back to what we think of as the roots of European civilization in Greece and Rome. And even today, people get that that's what it means, I think. So Ceres is associated not just with harvest and plenty, but also with volatility. Similarly, Poseidon, he's a god of water and the sea, so again, he's the instability and movement of trade. So if you're an insurance company, your whole deal is that you can't be sure what's going to happen in the future. Farmers need to have insurance for those years when the crops fail. Ship owners need to have insurance for their trade. I think that international Chicago insurance company, where the business is all about taking agricultural wealth and shipping it out, I would assume this was quite sort of precise iconography, and that again would tell your customers and people passing by, like, I'm so well educated that I understand my business down to the classical roots, you know.
And now it's time for a history lesson. Famed Chicago architect Alfred Altschuler faced a difficult-shaped lot on which to build the Guarantee Building for a variety of reasons. For one, the lot was limited by the Chicago River and surrounding streets, but more humorously, a small-time landowner and reapportionment supporter by the name of John Keogh refused to sell his 24 by 50 plot of land for a reasonable price. Altschuler's solution? Build along 3 sides of it and use the middle as a court. This logistical difficulty birthed the odd notch in the Michigan Avenue side of the building. The London Guarantee Building sprung up in the same year as the Wrigley Building, as well as the Tribune Tower. Together with 333 North Michigan Avenue, completed 5 years later, they anchor the 4 corners of the Michigan Avenue Bridge across the Chicago River. The London Guarantee Building has held a wide variety of tenants. From its construction in 1921 to 1960, it served as a corporate headquarters for London-based insurance company London Guarantee and Accident. In 1960, the Stone Container Company took residence, using the building for a similar purpose. Things get more interesting through the 1970s and 80s. During this time, the building hosted London House, a jazz supper club that attracted jazz greats such as Sarah Vaughan and Herbie Hancock. The building was also home to radio station WLS Chicago. Broadcaster Paul Harvey recorded his syndicated show The Rest of the Story from the 5th floor. Today, the London Guarantee Building has been converted into London House Chicago, a boutique hotel recently purchased by the Hilton Group. The building has mostly retained its original form, though a new all-glass expansion caps the western side of the building. Though London House is often praised for the views from its rooftop bar, the neoclassical elements receive almost no press, so in that sense, Neptune and Ceres are hiding in plain sight.